And now we move on to Toast. Toast, are you here? What
What?
do you have for us?
I don't know.
Some
Nice.
random thing?
I
Yeah,
don't know. I couldn't think of us.
you've heard of GTO. But what about
I
Nice.
don't
What?
know. I don't know. I couldn't think of a segue.
HTO? I don't know.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
this shit in
But
English?
yeah, anyways.
HTN.
Yeah.
HTN. Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, this
What was
is
your
I
series called again?
believe
Hold on,
yes.
Doc. What was
So
your
this
series called
is
again?
called
My series?
Gachakuta
My
was
series was
Sensei.
Gacha Yakuza.
Okay. You like kids?
Yeah. I
Mm-mm.
know.
Speaking of Roblox.
Whoa. That was not the segue I had expected. But
You like? I mean,
anyways.
you like kids?
Shit,
I can't answer that. There's no way to answer that really.
Yeah.
You like? I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, you were about to say like school children, right? But that's even worse.
No, I mean,
But
that's the best segue I got. Yeah, I guess.
yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, your series is, I believe, Jigoku Sensei Nube. This is the 2025
What's the
remake.
age cutoff?
What?
What's the age cutoff?
Cut off for
Or
four?
Or yeah, that's a
You like
loaded
kids?
question as
What's the
well.
age cutoff?
What do you
for
mean?
what, man?
I don't know. All right. So yeah, my series
Okay.
is I got nothing. My series is Hello Teacher Nube. It
Mm-hmm.
is this one is a remake of I want to say the 1996 anime.
Yeah, it was a
Sure.
long time ago.
Is it? Are you saying Yu Yu Hakusho is? Are you saying Yu Hakusho's old Spire?
Yes.
Yeah?
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the older ones. This the original manga came out in 1993, so it was
Uh,
part of the great 90s era.
yeah, that was before I was born. Jesus Christ.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah.
What
Huh?
other good mangas came out in the 90s? I don't know.
Nothing. It was all shit. It was all fucking
Yeah,
garbage in the 90s. The 90s is
yeah.
Ac-
garbage, actually.
According to
It was a
Google,
terrible era.
according to Google, there's something called One Piece, Cardcaptor Sakura, Ranma. Ranma came out in the 90s? I don't believe you. Rurouni Kenshin, 20th Century
I'm more
Boys.
surprised that Cardcaptor Sakura came out of the 90s rather than Ranma, because Ranma I would have expected, but I thought
The
Cardcaptor Sakura was
manga?
early 2000s.
Yeah, it's 1987. So yeah, Google lied to me. I could tell
Yeah, I was
this
gonna
is fake.
say.
Never mind. Well, I'll say early 90s. You'd say Inuyasha.
Yeah.
Actually, is Inuyasha even early 90s? I would say it's like, when did Inuyasha come out?
Was Inuyasha? I feel like Inuyasha must have been like late 90s,
Late
right?
90s. Yeah, it's almost two. I want to say almost
Yeah.
2000s. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, but yeah, this is I would say a relatively niche series, or to the people from the West. Um, but I don't know. You guys know Kitara, right?
Sure.
Yeah. I guess it would be in the same niche because this one is a horror manga, but it's also a this is a Shonen Jump manga. So you
When
could
you say
tell
horror, are you talking like Corpse Party horror, or are you talking more like comedic? I guess Corpse Party also does have its like moments, but it's like,
I I, I
what sort of horror are you talking?
brought up Gegege no Kitaro because I guess that would be the horror equivalent, really. It's no Corpse
Okay.
Party. The original source is not like it's not like super gory Corpse Party or
It's more like comedic focused, is what you're saying?
there's it's half and half, I would say.
Saying
Okay,
it's
okay,
like
okay.
ghost stories.
It was published in Shonen Jump. That should give you the exact age demographic of like what this is. But yeah. So it's basically
like
its story
Goosebumps.
is more than that because it deals with yeah. Anyway, so there's this dude named what's his name? What's the guy's name? Man, I don't even remember. His name's Mace K. Nueno, aka Nube. Just call him Nube
Yeah,
for
Nube.
short. And he's an exorcist. And according to the remake, he was called over to Domori Elementary School because it has weird electromagnetic waves.
Okay.
You guys know what that means, right?
Ghost.
Yeah. It's got when something has weird electromagnetic waves, it means there's lots of ghost and supernatural activity and
Oh,
such.
okay, okay.
Always, every
So yeah.
time.
So yeah, he's there and he's the teacher of classroom 5-3 or class 5-3, which is an elementary school class. And basically, yeah, because of all the supernatural activity happening in this city, mostly but it's mostly centered around class 5-3 because he's an elementary school teacher, so lots of supernatural things happen. And when it gets too rough, he has to uh he has to unleash the demon hand, the Oni hand, because yeah, he's got an Oni hand and it exorcises spirits, and he's an exorcist. Yeah, and he
Okay.
fights yokai with his hand. That's it.
Gonimusha.
No, but
Oh,
with a hand.
oh,
He's an exorcist, so he's got the sutras and the mantras and all that. But
right.
then, like seal and fight the demons, he removes his glove and reveals the the uh, the demon's hand to fight it because it's powerful. Yeah.
Mm.
So
So does
overall,
this go into like a monster of the week kind of business, or
yeah, it's a Yokai of the Week series,
okay?
as you can
Oh,
expect,
okay,
because
okay,
this
okay.
is a Shonen Jump
Mm.
manga.
Yeah.
The original manga is pretty long, a bunch of chapters,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
276 apparently, and it's mostly monster of the week. Like, oh, hey, here's this yokai, and then there's like this yokai's here, and it's messing with my students, or the students accidentally mess with this yokai, and then it's like, all right, I'll teach. It's like this good. Then he's like, Nube, save us. He's like, all right, I'll fight this demon, and he fights the demon. What's that one? What's that one series? Yokai Watch. Yokai Watch. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of yokai watch-ish, I guess, with the yokai of the week. Lots of yokais in Japan, so
Right.
you're never really bored.
Are the yokais
Eh,
coming to them, or like in the city usually, or is he like going and is he going around, or are they usually just like coming into the school?
there's a lot in the school because, like I said, the main cast is his class. So
Uh-huh.
like, oh, they're little kids, 10 years old. They're like, oh hey, I did this back. So it really depends on the type of yokai. There's like the very common ones that like everyone knows. Like uh, I don't know. What would you guys call a common yokai? I guess there's I
I don't
guess
know. What's the
the
umbrella one
seven
again? The
mysteries.
one eye?
I haven't don't remember. There could be, yeah, but
Yes, like Kappa, Kitsune, kind of those
Yeah, Kappa
Rogumo.
is a pretty
Kappa's
common one.
Kitsune's, Hanako-chan. There's that.
Yeah,
A
the
curse.
Sakeonna, the scissor mouth
Yeah,
shaped or
yeah.
whatever. The
Like,
yeah,
but there's a bunch of those. I've not off the
yeah,
top
yeah,
of my
yeah.
head, but they probably appear in this manga. There's a lot. There's Tike Tike. That's the one with the if you get run over by a train and you lose half your body. That's kind of there. There's a bunch of those in these stories. Like, because it's Shonen Jump, it's pretty much, oh hey, we counter this yokai. We'll teach you like how this yokai came about, and we have to exercise it if it's too dangerous and whatnot. Yeah, that's it. That's
Mhm.
what this kind of series is. But I might as well just start off with compared to the manga and compared to the remake, there's quite a few differences, really. In the first episode, one of the little dudes, what's his name? I don't remember his name. One of the little dudes, I believe Hiroshi. Yeah, Hiroshi.
Mm-hmm.
He's, you know, when you meet everyone in the classes there, and a Nube comes in. He's the new teacher, and then whatever. And there's this thing where Hiroshi is like this normal boy, but sometimes he gets way too violent, and then he beats people up, and like he sent his dad to the hospital and sent this other kid to the hospital and sent one of his friends to the hospital, kind of thing. And
Mm-hmm.
then and Nube's like, you're way too aggressive. What's happening here? And so he investigates him, and it turns out he's being possessed by this evil worm. What is it? This 99 evil worm that makes you super aggressive and like kills people. So he
Oh, okay,
exercises
okay,
them.
okay.
And then that's like the first episode or that's the first chapter of the manga. But then suddenly we skip, I want to say like uh, 10 to 12 chapters because suddenly, like in the original manga after that one, it's mostly, like I said, yokai of the week. Like, oh, here's this minor yokai. Here's a kappa, like you mentioned. Here's this other thing. Here's some other stuff. And then suddenly a main character appears right at the end of episode one and into episode two. And it's like, hey, this is a major character that doesn't appear until way later in the series and stuff. So basically what I'm saying is this remake is Skip is basically hyper truncating a lot of the, I would call it fluff, because this is a Shonen Jump series, so you gotta milk all the chapters that you can and go straight into would you call it the best hits?
What?
Like when you reviewed what's it
Urusei
called?
Yatsura, right? Urusei
Yeah.
Yatsura, I think, similar to what Nier was talking about, where it's like it was trying to condense it into like we can't do every episode of the previous thing, so we kind of did
Oh,
Yeah, they
the heads.
truncated a
Yeah,
lot of like what you'd
hmm
call fluff and like non-consequent, the
not as
inconsequential
popular
stuff
episodes
into
is
the
probably
into the main fillers or to the main storyline. Is that what
yeah,
you could call it?
sure.
Mhm.
Like a lot of the B-roll is skipped and goes straight to like the main story. That's what's happening here. A main character is majorly introduced in the second chapter, the second episode, but then we skip a bunch into like, oh hey, here's a different demon, and then here's another demon, and then here's a different yokai, basically. So there's 7 episodes out right now that I've watched, and so far it's weird because I want to say episode 1 and 2 have main story because it introduces like this main antagonist already. But then after that, it's like 3, 4, 5, and 6. I would call them minor storylines, but maybe not because um well okay. Well then not I'm not gonna call them minor because each episode like between 2 to 6 introduces a new main character of the cast. Like here's a new kid from here's the main like, cast of kids from new base class, and each episode in between there is basically, oh, this one kid is affected by this one yokai kind of thing, and it kind of introduces to oh, we all thought Nube was just like this hack faker who wasn't a real exorcist, but apparently it's real. They all figured out like the demon hand is real, that kind of thing, and he exercises them.
Mhm.
And yeah,
So,
I
can I
guess,
ask a
I
question real quick?
guess,
What
I
happens
guess.
to the kids like after he kind of like cures one of them? For instance, like do they kind of join him or
Other
like become recurring members, kind of like how
Yeah, like
GTO is, or like what happens?
all the main characters that had a yokai affected them are main characters of like the entire series, because this is
Okay,
like
okay, okay. I see, I see.
this is like the entire classroom kind of way
Like
where
collecting party
Mhm.
members, basically.
yeah. I mean, you see that in episode 1, but when they are affected by yokai, they're like suddenly, oh yeah, Nube's powers are real, the kind of thing. But and like at the end of every episode, it's a return to normalcy kind of thing. It's like, okay, that happened. Let's go back to class. And it's kind of weird because the hijinks to get to are pretty dire in a way. Like these are life-threatening hijinks, so there must have wills of steel kind of way. Like in episode
Mhm.
1, Hiroshi nearly died, and then episode 2, he nearly died again. And then like, yeah, there's this, and then another kid, he there's this thing where you don't there's this like superstition where if you suddenly get like uh, if you're near a shrine and there's suddenly a coin rolling towards you, don't pick it up or else you'll be seen as you stole money from that shrine and you'll be executed as a criminal and get your head cut off. And then there's this roaming yokai that attacks one of the kids, and he nearly gets his head chopped off multiple times. So that's cool, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. These kids can die pretty quickly, but then Nube saves them. So it's kind of the inter between oh, these are serious, life-threatening yokai and lighthearted comedy kind of way. Because yeah, that
Okay.
kind of thing. It's a it's hard to really describe it, but it's a product of its not it's a product of its time where um
It's a little bit more compact than like it's not doing a bunch of like yeah, it's a little bit more compact of that like again like the monster of the week kind of stuff. It's a little bit more focused on that and building up the cast alongside him. Again, something like a Negima or a GTO or whatever, then it is kind of it's not like doing random introspections or whatever as much, right? It's more of a romp.
True.
Or would you say that it's kind of focused? It's a little bit different. Dosed?
He's dead. He's gone.
He was shocked
The
by
Yoki
my
menace.
utterances. Yeah. um, but yeah, I think if you had to kind of I guess you already kind of compared to Kitaro, right? But it's like if you had to compare this to another series similar to this, like with the students or like with people kind of joining him, to recommend to somebody, who would you like? What series would you kind of compare it to recommend in your recommendation?
what the heck was that? Anyway, where was I?
So I was asking whether so this was a little bit when you say like a series of its time, I mentioned like it's a little bit more compact and it's not doing like some like DC comics like introspections or whatever. It's a little bit more just like focus on defeating the yokais, gathering like the main characters, something like a Negima again or a GTO, so on and so forth, right?
I would also say
Toast
that
that again?
basically
Yeah.
what? Hello, there we go. Okay,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
bad.
there you go. Yes.
I would also say that a lot of the comedy between the original series and this one is kind of neutered in a way, I would say.
What do you mean?
What was pretty prevalent in the 90s, you would say? What kind of
Like
it,
etchy humor? Like what are you talking about?
yeah, I would say that.
Okay, 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 okay.
A lot of it's kind of missing in this one. I can you
Mm-mm-mm.
can surmise as to why, I would say.
That was also a little bit similar in the newer kind of remix as well, right? Something like obviously Urusei Yatsura, for instance, was a little bit more known for that as well. But would you say it was a little bit?
I would
I think you
say
said it during the review. It was a little bit more
I w-
neutered there, or muted rather, not neutered,
I would
right?
say Nier. Would you compare it more to the? Would you say the Ranma adaptation
Yeah,
was more
Rama too.
neutered?
I was thinking Rama probably.
Um, compared to Odyssey Yatsura, I would say I think yeah, the humor in the
No,
Ranma one was a
he's
bit more.
comparing the remakes to the previous versions. Is what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Ranma one was a bit more like
Muted.
they played it a lot more safe. I think it was a
Yeah,
bit
Hmm.
I would
more
say the same thing here.
modernized, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these kids are elementary school children, and that's a no-no, I would say.
Yeah,
But it's not like hyper that kind of thing. It's just like, oh, it's super mild. Like
Yeah. Okay. I see.
like remember that one time when in Yu Yu Hakusho and Yusuke flipped up Keiko's skirt, that kind of thing.
yeah.
That's like that kind of minor thing. It's just kind of omitted in here. And I
Hmm.
would say a lot of those comedic elements here, or where it's like they've extended it to more of a to more extending it to I guess to change it to more of a battle scene, I guess. Or it's like, oh hey, we've met this yokai. Oh, it's not that violent. And then they change it to oh that would be in the original, but they changed it this one. They're oh it's this yokai. They're a bit more violent, so we're gonna have a bit more battle scenes with this one. There's a lot more of
Variance.
a physical confrontation rather than just talking it out if you can sometimes in a way.
Oh, I see.
I guess that's
Okay.
how they replace some of the more comedic scenes with oh we're gonna fight a bit before
Hmm.
we calm down the spirit kind of way. Yeah,
Okay,
because
I see.
there was this one character where they just meet him and she's pretty friendly and so like she threatens to fight, but like they don't actually fight really. But in this one, they do have some fights. The kids get in trouble, then Nube steps in, and they fight a bit, and then we get to the peaceful ending of it kind of way.
Hmm.
So yeah, that kind of thing. What else? I don't think it's necessarily that bad, but fans of the original would not really like some of these changes. Also,
Hmm.
another one of the major changes is this is a modern day series in a way. The original took place in the early 90s, and some things that happened in the early 90s are not so prevalent today. What would you say would be the first, if you were an elementary school kid, or what would you guys say that you did not have that as an elementary school kid that most modern kids have today is?
Like smartphones or something, or didn't have smartphones or anything like that, right? Or
Exactly. In this one, all the kids have
yeah,
smartphones and
yeah.
YouTube and streams, and I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah,
And in the
it does kind
original,
of mess. I would expect it messes with the vibes a little bit.
the original, none of them had any of this really.
Uh-huh.
And what it changes is, in this one, Nube's about 25 when the beginning of this series starts. So if this place takes place in 2025, guess how old, what year Nube was born in, and that's really jarring, and I don't like that. I don't like that
Yeah, we're getting
Uh,
there, bro.
because
yeah.
Nube was supposed to be born in like the 1960s here, but no, he's born
Right.
2000.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but I guess like it's a minor thing. Like, oh, the kids have smartphones and tablets. Oh my God,
Yeah,
they have the individual tablets, but they still have a chalkboard in which Nube writes on because just like the original, Nube's not good with technology. So
Mhm.
he's like, oh, how do I work this smartphone and whatnot? So it's a minor thing, but like I don't like the jarring 2000s. It's 2000s. I don't like that,
That
man.
reminds me. That reminds me. This is just a very small like aside, like very similar to this. But did you guys know that like there are a lot of schools that like just do their learning on like stuff like tablets and stuff these days, like instead of
Yeah.
having physical thing. Wow, oh, that blows my mind. Holy shit!
Not good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, because like Nube,
uh,
this is like set into the setting is still the same. Like, oh, this is a 1985 classroom. Like it looks like it, the thing. But then, oh, suddenly
Mhm.
they're all whipping out their tablets, and Nube's teaching through that. But he's still at the chalkboard, and I'm like, I don't.
yeah. Why do
The
you?
the technological dissonance is jarring here. Also,
Yeah.
there was this. One of the episodes has this urban legend kind of thing where it's one of the urban legend is I mentioned the Teke Teke where there was a story about this chick who got run over by a train like when it was in winter, and she was crawling for help. It was so cold that all the blood constricted her, so she was able to live on for like 10 minutes past getting cut in half and whatnot. And like one of the little kids learns this through a YouTube channel, and I'm like, oh, I don't like
Jesus
this.
Christ.
And in the original, the kid learned it through like word of mouth, through gossip from like neighboring towns and whatnot.
Mhm.
And then it's like, and then the whole thing is like this little kid's like, oh, I'm scared of this story. Like, how do I ward off the tiki teki because now I've heard it? And the dude is like, if you want to learn how to like ward off the tiki teki with a spell, you must subscribe to my YouTube channel and become a
Ah,
paid
hell
member. And
yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That's very interesting variant. I'm
Yeah,
sure they tried their hardest, but yeah, I don't.
I don't know. It's a
I'm not. I'm
modern
not sure.
gripe.
I'm not sure whether they. So my question that pops up is like, I don't think they necessarily needed to try it that hard. Do you think they should have tried this hard? Like they could have maybe kept it in like an older version, like oh, this is in the past, something like that. You know what I mean? I feel like they could have done that.
It's really just a minor gripe,
Mhm.
but it's a big gripe to me. It really doesn't matter in the whole grand
No.
scheme of things.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm like actually agreeing with you. Where I'm just like, I don't think they needed to go out of their way to be like, oh man, now we're doing Nube, but with, like they all have Samsung Galaxy. Like, I don't think they needed to do that, right? They could have still set it in older Japan, right? Technically,
I'm
I
okay
feel like.
with it, but like
Mhm.
it's just a dissonance really because they're out in the country.
Okay.
They're out in the countryside kind of way.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Whatever. I can hand wait it off, but it's still just a major gripe to me personally. What else?
Mhm.
What studios is this? Is Studio Kai.
This is Studio Kai, yes.
What else is Studio Kai? They've done. Oh, okay. They did Umi Mama Sumi. Which season? What season? All three seasons? No.
Reached the
Season
first one, right?
the first one I see three. It's
No, yeah, I think they
Kita-san.
did all Pretty Derby, right?
All right.
Yeah, I think Kai did all of Pretty Derby, like all the Pretty Derby seasons.
I see Futo Tante on here, and oh hey, they animated some of Marine stuff. That's cool. Flower Rhapsody. Wow, they're in the biz, huh? This is a pretty prolific studio, I would say. PSO2, Futo Tante, Mushikage, Futo Tante again, Station Archive.
Mm,
Yeah, this is a pretty good studio. Makes sense.
mhm.
Uh,
You like the audio visuals, is what you're saying.
I want to say that com- it's a lot. It's good. It's fine. It's near what studio did Yaiba?
Yaiba? That was Wit, wasn't it?
I want to say I want to compare it like to this is an older style, but not that old. Like Yaiba looked good even with its super old style, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is yeah. They did the '90s style pretty well with this. Everyone does look like they're from a '90s anime in here, but it's
Mhm.
updated with like modern colors and graphics. So yeah, it's
Right.
fine. I don't have much of I don't it's not like I said, it's not Yaiba, it's not Ursa Yatsura or Ranma levels of like faithful to adaptation, but it's
It's serviceable.
It's
Serviceable.
updated. It's fairly competent, but yeah, underneath Yaiba, I would say, because Yaiba's
Okay,
colors and
okay.
visual effects were better.
Yeah,
It's
Yaiba is
kinda
hard to beat just based on yeah.
yeah.
It's very hard to beat.
Yeah, because of Studio Wit. Okay. What else? I guess I should go over the voice actors. Nube is voiced by Okiayu Ryotaro. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
believe like I don't know who are this guy? Kimetsu no Yaiba. Sure that guy. Who did he voice? When he talks. Sorry, I got Kuchiki Byakuya. Oh, he voices Byakuya. What? Really? Sorry guys. I don't know who this Byakuya guy is. When I hear him, I just hear Toriko because I reread Toriko recently. You guys didn't watch Toriko, right? No, just me.
I did
Good.
not.
Suckers.
But yeah. Okay.
And then I
Pretty
guess
good.
the mm, I don't really care about that chick right now. She's minor. Hiroshi because he's like the main. I guess the main secondary little dude. He's voiced by Ryoko Shiraishi. Who's that? Who's that?
Ryoko Shiraishi usually does a lot of
Oh yeah,
boyish roles,
name
right?
one.
Oh, didn't he voice one in the old
Off the top
Kamito
of my head.
and the Nakamashi and the Wolf Girl and like the
She
seven like
voices
companions or whatever.
she voices Dabi. Okay, I I didn't watch
Oh, she did
Dabi from.
Hayate in Hayate no Gotoku.
There we go. I would say she voiced Angelica from Prisma Ilia. I don't know who that
Uh-huh,
is.
uh-huh.
And then I guess the main girl, Inaba Kyoko, she's like this red-haired twin-tailed girl. Uh, I, I'd call her the Asuna from Negima kind of character,
Hmm.
right? She's voiced by Kazuhara Rumi, who is these roles suck. Oh, she's the original voice of the from the 1998 OVA, 1996 OVA. Oh, she's the original she's the original voice of the original Kyoko from the 1996. So that's cool. Props to that for reprising her role. Is Hiroshi's role the same? Let me see. Nope, just Kyoko because I would call those three the main cast. There's Nube, there's Kyoko Inaba, the redhead, with a fiery temper, and then there's Hiroshi with, the regular little dude. Those guys. I would call them the three main cast. I will say though, um, one of the reoccurring villains is a Yoko. What's that guy's name? His name's Tamamo. You can kind of guess what kind of yokai he is because he's a Yoko. He's voiced
Uh,
by Morikawa Toshiyuki. That's a
oh,
pretty
okay.
brilliant name. You know who that is?
I know I keep because I know I've seen him a lot, but it's like I know he's like a veteran, but keep forgetting what roles he does because I like he pops up a lot. I just really keep forgetting.
Oh yeah, name one good one. Correct.
Uh,
He voices Leon Kennedy.
Ah,
oh, he did Naraku in Inuyasha. Okay, let's.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who that is. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the main cast. There's one more, but I mean, sure. There's a Yuki Onna. Her name's Kakuma, or her name's Yukime. Yukime. She's voiced by Kakuma Ai. I guess I'll throw her out there. Yeah. Do you know who that is?
Oh no.
Yeah. Some chick.
All right. But yeah.
She voices
Anyways,
Unicorn from Azur Lane. Sure. I'll give you that. Kakuma Ai is a familiar name, but off the top of my head, I can't really give you another one. Yeah. I,
Kakumai.
yeah.
Yeah, Kakuma Ai has done a lot of stuff, or at least like this year she hasn't done as much stuff, but yeah, I think a couple of, I think in 2023 and 2022 she had a lot of stuff. But
But yeah, I would call those like the main five casts. Two major yokai, Nube, and then the two main kids that he hangs out with. There are others, but I don't know. I don't really feel like talking about them because they're there.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
Uh, I guess
Endo Aya. Oh, hold on. What? That's a character that hasn't appeared yet. What?
yeah. But I do want to kind of wrap up. But do you have any
Yeah.
last words on this?
Overall, basically,
Yeah.
this series is a more. Would I say serious? I guess I'll say serious because they cut out a lot of the fluff of the original series, and they're truncating it towards the main storyline. They're trying to speed run it, I guess I would say, because Yukime just appeared in episode 7, and I don't believe she appears until volume 4 of the manga, so she's a way far off in a way.
Hmm.
So yeah, the fight scenes are updated they're updated to a more modern take, and they're pretty good. A lot more action compared to the original the manga and the anime. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's better overall because I only read the manga, but I skimmed over a bunch of the episodes of the original, and it's got that classic '90s charm that everyone loves in a way. That's the good stuff. So, I mean, overall, this series by itself, Nube's always been a solid Shonen Jump classic, even though it might have not have been popular in the West, like
Hmm.
the American West. It's been popular. I want to
Yeah,
say
but I mean,
it's
it's definitely a staple. I think to anybody who's like, "Oh, I'm familiar with older series," this is a name that should like
yeah.
it should be familiar to them.
This is a
Yeah,
classic Shonen Jump. This is a Shonen
yeah,
Jump
yeah, yeah, yeah.
classic. Heck, even
Hmm.
Nube appears in even Shonen Jump All Stars, and so
Hmm.
so you know it's good. But overall, this
Yeah,
series is
yeah.
a solid. I would say a solid 9.
Okay, okay,
Um,
okay, okay.
if you want more of the side stories with the other types of yokai in this series, I would definitely suggest watching the original series because it's got that '90s charm, that
Okay.
irreplaceable '90s charm that looks good. Everyone says, "Oh, this is so good," but this is not bad.
Hmm.
But I mean, but generally and overall, definitely check out Nube if you haven't. This is a great classic series that everyone should watch or read.
Okay.
Yeah, overall,
All right.
good series. Sucker, Nia,
All
you
right.
should have taken this one. You suckers.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Toast. And this was again the remake by Studio Kai of
Oh shit! I should.
Jigoku.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I should probably
yeah.
talk
Go on.
about the opening ending.
Yeah, yeah. Go over it real quick. Yes,
Yes,
Toast.
the opening is what is no? That's the original. Don't lie to me. Where are you?
Yeah. Find the ANS for the 225. I think that's what you were trying to
There we
find.
go.
It is.
It's
Yes.
it's Power Akuryo Taisan by Shintenchi Kabyaku Shuden Zigzag. What? Yeah,
Yeah.
Akuryo
It's a weird
Taisan.
name.
Domon Seimon, that kind of thing. It's pretty good. It's a rock opening.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is it top opening of the season? No, but it's a pretty cool rock opening for what this is. And the ending is Himawari by Chili Beans. Who the heck are Chili Beans? Rose featuring Vondi. What? Sure. Chili Beans. I like that name. Yeah, pretty good opening ending. Not opening or ending of the season, but pretty good. They're rock and rolly. Akuryo Taisan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, then. Again, thank you so much, Toast, for helping to cover Hell Teacher, Jigoku Sensei Nube. Again, it is like for anybody who's like, oh yeah, bro, I watch old series, or like I know all about old series. Like this should have been on your radar this season. So again, I'm glad Toast covered it, and I'm glad that it came out decently. Again, obviously, like the modernizations aside, but I'm glad it was one of
No,
the remakes that
it's the
didn't.
it's the curse of modern truncation, really.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I do know that this series is getting a second season in January 2026, so
Yes,
this is
sir. Yeah.
immediately getting off to a good start. We like
Yeah.
our Nube over here.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to check out the remake, you want to get on this train, or if you had read the series or watched the series previously and want to see what the remake is like, please do check this out.